This GDP, and I'm from New Orleans. And you see me with the same shit on, whatever. I'm on Real Life Street Stars. Finally hit the couch, and we in here, whatever. Texas to New Orleans.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
it ain't real life. Just ain't real.
Real life street stars. You know what time it is. Real life street stars. Time with Geedy.
It's GDP. Like Geedy, GDP.
How many people get that wrong, man?
Man, baby. Shout out first of all, like.
Why isn't it Greedy P?
Well, why isn't it Greedy? Cause see, my sister named Geedy, and then my real name Greg, and my last name Earl. So Geedy. Like they got people named. They got a rapper named Treat in New Orleans, Reedy. They got people, Matt C. Murder nicknamed Seedy. So it's like, it's just something about it. So my shit Geedy, my sister nicknamed Dee.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Baby used to say, Baby just called me G now, but he called me Geedy before. Yeah. So like everybody say, some people say Greedy, Geedy, but it's GDP.
Yeah. Man, you got some folks with us, man. Tell the people, man, who you got with you, brother.
Well, I got my dog right here, G from Natchez, Louisiana. 318, change of plans. And then I got my dog E right here, called him Project, aka Easy. That's how he had a Desire Night Walk.
Yeah. So everybody from the boot, everybody from New Orleans?
Everybody from the boot, Louisiana. 504 to the 318.
That's what's
up. All the area codes through the state though.
That's what's up. Now, would you say like the boot and Texas like cousins?
I would say we like country cousins because like they right next to us and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff like UGK, we fuck with them a lot. We fuck with Ghetto Boys a lot. A lot of people was on Scarface, like Soulja Slim, favorite rapper, was on Scarface and stuff like that. So a lot of UGK shit and a lot of Ghetto Boys shit was big. And then, you know, Pimp C was fucking with Trill Entertainment with Boost and Webb and them, and then Pimp really from Crowley. And like Master P said on Down South Hustle, we about to take it across the board from Texas to New Orleans, you hear me?
So now I'm gonna ask you a real quick question about this. Did the Master P and Pimp C thing really happen? And for those that don't know what that is, it was allegedly something happened where Pimp C ended up in a hotel room. I guess it was on some snatched up type of shit.
Yeah.
Did that really go down?
I read Pimp C book. Pimp C got pistol whooped because Pimp C was dissing him. Because at the time, Pimp C made that beat for Master P break him off something. And Pimp C felt like he should have been like giving him money, like looking out more, because P had got his deal and P was making a lot of money, and he was like, man, since I help you, you should help me out. Because you know, back in the day in '95, they did Down South Hustlers.
Yeah.
And the song that was really big on that album was Players from the South Stack G's. So when Pimp felt, you know, a certain way or whatever, he went to dissing No Limit a lot. And then Pimp was at a show somewhere in Louisiana, and P and them found out about it, because they was dissing No Limit so much that No Limit soldiers showed up to the show, and it was a lot of them on the front row in the book. They said this, and they had on No Limit shirts. So they looking like, man, this nigga Pimp, this and that, we gonna show up at the show. And Pimp went to a hotel, and they found out what room he was in. And he was under a different name, but I guess they must have paid the girl at the desk, and they went there and they pistol whooped him. Then they took the masks off, and they showed him who they was. So yeah, Pimp C got pistol whooped for dissing Master P and them. Yeah.
Did that hurt your heart a little bit, man? Because these are two legendary figures. You know, everybody fuck with both of them.
Yeah,
I hear that type of shit.
I love Master P. I love No Limit, and I definitely love UGK. So yeah, it hurt me when Pimp C, when that shit happened. When I found out that in the book, I didn't know about that when I was younger, but when I read the book, I found that out. Yeah, it was definitely heartbreaking and shit. But like you said, Jay Prince, the one that kind of was able to kind of make it like not go further. Right. And so that's what happened. Jay Prince kind of intervened because P got a lot of respect for Tony Drake and Jay Prince.
That's what's up, man. Man, we talking about, it's Geedy P, right?
It's Geedy.
GDP.
Geedy.
We gonna get it right today.
Yeah.
Geedy. So, you know, we got to get straight to it, man. You was on TMZ, you on Shade Room, you everywhere, man. They looking at the you and the Birdman interview. First and foremost, man, for those that don't even understand, let's get your history real quick. You know what I'm saying? You're from New Orleans.
Right.
You have a blog site. Tell them what the name of the blog site is. My
blog, people, is GDP Speaks, the blog. And that's because of Sean Cotton helped out with that, turned me up in the blogging shit from Texas.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. I got a lot of love for that. And like you said, going back to New Orleans, just going back to Louisiana, Texas, that go to show you how it came full circle even with that. Because I know Baby said Bun B helped out a lot with Cash Money.
Right.
And when Bun B fuck with Cash Money, that opened Texas arm to Cash Money. Same thing with P and Baby and like I said. So even with Sean Cotton helping me out, posting me a lot, calling me the New Orleans spokesman, he gave me the nickname. So Texas and Louisiana always had love to me. You know?
Right.
Besides the stuff that happened with Katrina, that was another story.
Right,
when
that's
that
a whole,
happened. But.
yeah. I feel like that's when we really got integrated. Not for real. So man, you do this interview, man, and Birdman, he says a lot of viral things on your platform,
right?
And then everybody goes to stealing your content, and they don't really show you the love from it. How does that feel? Because that happens to us a lot. Like we'll look up and our shit will be on somebody's page and it'd be 10 million views. You'd be like, God damn.
Right.
It's a love and hate thing because you're like, I love the promotion, but damn, what if I had the 10 M's on my page? How does that feel when you see stuff like that?
Well, my partner right here, G, he told me about it. He even said it on Twitter. He was like, man, everybody took my dog shit, and a lot of them kind of bullied me out of my content. So I didn't upload it immediately on my YouTube channel. So by them uploading it first, it made it seem like they had rights to it. So it was hard for a lot of them to take it down and stuff like that. But it definitely was a slap in the face, especially when they not just took my face, a lot of them took my face out. They just put Baby like he just talking to a damn mirror or something. So that was, and then some of them even went as far as to just take my audio completely out there and just use what he was saying. So it was definitely a slap in the face, but I was asking the tough questions that good journalists ask that the fans want to know. Because I could have been like on the fan questions with Stunner, but a lot of people know that. But I know people want to know what's up with Turk, why not BG, Turk get the same treatment and all that. So I asked the question that people want to ask that people might be kind of afraid to ask Stunner. For sure. Because he got that Suge Knight type of lore around him that they be like, man, don't ask Stunner that, he might, So I felt like, man, since you on my live, I'm gonna ask you what the people want to know,
Now, of course, rightfully so, people are gonna be like, how did he get that interview?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are now figuring out who you are and what you got going and the work you put in. What is it? How were you able to build that relationship with Birdman?
Well, rest in peace, BTY Youngin. BTY Youngin is a rapper from out Pigeon Town, which is in Carrollton. So Wayne from Holly Grove, that's the 17, and it's different parts of the 17 out of Youngin from Pigeon Town. So I used to work with him. I used to be managing him and stuff like that. And he was like a rapper like Soulja Slim. So a lot of people in our era, Soulja Slim different and Young different too, but a lot of people like to compare them because they was real street rappers like Lil Derek, which is Baby nephew. So, but Youngin was working with him and Youngin had wound up getting killed. I worked with him and then we stopped working together, but Baby was working with Youngin before he got killed in 2017 in April. And so Youngin used to tell Baby about me, how I was managing him and promoting his music when he was in jail. I had it on that Piff. I was getting the CDs burnt up and stuff. We were passing them out. We had the free Youngin shirts. So I helped with that campaign and I was fucking with him when he was in prison. So Baby respected that. He like, man, if you hold a nigga down while he in prison and helping get their music out there, that mean a lot to me. So whoever you was back then, I'm like, dude, somebody special that I need to meet. So like I said, once he seen me with the blog and stuff, Baby like, man, I knew about you from young. So he slid in my DM around Valentine. It was like in February. And he was telling me, I like what you're doing. I want you to be the A&R for Cash Money if you like to take that position. And I learned about you from Youngin. So that, what I did with Youngin, it wound up getting on his radar and he respected that.
That's crazy, bro. A&R for Cash Money, bro. Cash Money is over 1 billion records sold.
Streams, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think physically sold, right. From what I hear. Just something crazy. Right. They got a deal that I don't think nobody in the industry got. Right. So when you got somebody like Birdman saying, man, I want you to be an A&R.
Right.
Like, how do you feel about that? And is the A&R game, is that a lost art in this day?
I definitely think it's a lost art. And Coach King from Quality Control always said that. That's what they big on. That's why they developed the City Girls when they didn't really have that many records. Lil Baby wasn't really a rapper. He just liked to shoot dice. And then they turned him up as an artist. Same thing with the Migos, took what they had, trap out the bando, and then made it into something, was able to cultivate it. So I do think that it's a lost art. Motown was really big on that. Cash Money was concentrated with small group of artists and developing talent. So I do think that that's special. And I think that any great coach is just like a great music executive. I learned that from Phil Jackson reading his book called 11 Rings. He was talking about like how dealing with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal and Dennis Rodman. All of them got different personalities, but he knew what worked for certain ones and he knew what made them special. So I do think coaching and just taking your time developing something is lost art. People want that microwave shit, but they don't want to take the time to build a story, build an artist, the sound and all that. So I do think that's important. And when Baby did that with me, that really made me feel like, damn, I must really be good. Because even when he said he saw like how I was working with Superbad, right. Superbad out of Kenner and she popular and he liked what I was doing with her too. So that and things I did before as the youngest ones, a lot of them. So just seeing that and my knowledge of it, I guess he was like, you're a student of the game and I feel like you got a good ear and you from the city, so why not give you a chance?
That's crazy, bro. Now I want you to keep it all the way real, bro. What's the last song you actually felt? It's a lot of bad music being put out right now. What's the last song that you really was like, nah, this shit is hard for real? Because we say it politically all the time. Nigga be like, yeah, that shit hard, bro. But that shit don't be hard.
The last song that really touched my heart, that really, like, damn, shit, damn.
Yeah, I gotta work harder. This nigga, you gotta really think.
Cause it's really, cause man,
it's tough, bro. Like, cause I like a lot some music.
Right.
I don't love it though.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like it don't stick.
Yeah, I'm thinking like shit like when I'm thinking and it's hard because I'm trying to go down there. Like when I think about shit that gave me chills and goosebumps, I'm thinking about like shit like Tupac. And not that I'm going that far back, but I'm just saying Tupac and DMX, the music hit different. It really give you goosebumps. Whitney Houston sing certain notes, it make you get goosebumps. So I don't know if I had nothing that gave me that in a long time. I can't think of it, and it might take me a while to really be honest or whatever. So I don't know nothing that really just gave me. I didn't have shit that sounded good.
Right,
but
the
something
shit
that
be
just
sounding
like
good. The beats is good,
but it wasn't.
It just don't be that.
Nah, it ain't nothing that I heard that was groundbreaking. I'm like, this shit, like, man, this shit, like, what the fuck is this?
So who do you blame more, the producer or the artist for that?
Sometimes I blame a lot of the artists for not digging that deep or whatever. That, you know, that just make that kind of music that just, I mean, like I said, I've been liking with Finesse 2 Time been doing and stuff like that.
He the last.
Yeah, I like what he been doing. Sure. I like what he been doing. I like ESTG, you know, but Finesse been, like you said, that kind of, his music been touching me more than anybody. But it really be hard. I don't know. It's been a long time since I really felt like that.
It's just too much money being thrown around and niggas just looking at this shit like it's a check. It don't even seem like people are looking at it like they really.
Yeah,
like they're almost looking at like the stepping stone. It feels like.
Yeah, everybody. To me, it's more about the money, about the business, and about everybody just feel like they shining and all that. It ain't so much about I love making music. I do this for the love. Like Kanye and them, you could tell he really loved it. Pharrell, you could tell he really loved it. You know, the Jackson 5, Whitney Houston, like, you know, Tupac really loved art and all that stuff. So I think when you, Lil Wayne, like when you get people that really love it, you're gonna be able to feel it. I think a lot of times people just do it for everybody rapping, everybody won't make a diss song, everybody got ops, everybody won't drill shit, everybody won't put the whole play on live, but like what they doing and then go tweet about it. I feel like all that shit took away from the realness because all everybody could think about is just making, at least in the street rap music, all they could think about is making a drill song, a diss song. Yeah. That's all they really care about. They ain't really trying to say, let's make something groundbreaking that's gonna be like Tupac, Lord knows, or something like that, or DMX, they don't know. Right. So I don't know, like, you know.
It's just wild, bro. Like I say, I be looking at it and I be like, people, it don't feel like nobody's inspired for real, or I don't know. It's just everybody making the same sound.
Right. You talking about like groundbreaking music that's disruptive that you like.
Where it's like you can't help but pay attention to it. It's like, damn. Like I hate to say like the Sexy Red song. Right. As crazy as it is, that song she came out, you had to like acknowledge it because it was so wild how she came out. Like, damn. The lyrics were so crazy, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm saying like you say like Tupac, Dear Mama, or Brenda Got a Baby, or just
these are songs that's still around today. So I'm thinking about music that's timeless, that stood the test of time. Right. So I'm trying to think, like really being honest, as like what shit I can really hear. And like I said, I'm not saying there's not good shit out there, but I'm talking about like timeless music that I can say like 10, 20 years from now, we're gonna still be listening to that song, whatever, and it's gonna like, you could hear for like a Mother's Day, a funeral. Like it's certain songs that you might play at a funeral, you know, like No Cap song. It's certain songs that when you hear, you're gonna be like, man, that shit hit me in my heart or whatever, you know, that No Cap song, you know.
Yeah. Now I need you to keep it real with me. I know you're from New Orleans, but who got the crown? Baton Rouge and New Orleans, man.
Right now, bro, I got Baton Rouge been kicking ass. They've been kicking ass, and like I said, you know, that got a lot to do with Young Boy. You know, we got artists in New Orleans, but how they doing it and all that stuff like that, like Kevin Gates, and you know, you got Tech doing this thing. I know Main Music be home soon. Fredo, shout out to Fredo because he always shouting out a lot of New Orleans artists all the time, a lot of upcoming artists. He always shout them out. But if I'm being honest, like I said, everybody get their time, and I'm saying that New Orleans ain't gonna come back around because we here and stuff like that. But if we being honest, who really leading the pack right now? Baton Rouge, because Young Boy like one of those artists that's like bigger than a lot of artists and shit like that. And he doing this shit without, a lot of times he don't even be on the radio. Like this man straight took the underground approach because he was pretty much seemed like he was blackballed from getting awards and everything on the big platforms, but the numbers don't lie. So I got to tilt my hat to them. And like I said, Stunner fuck with with Top and shit like that. So I like what Baton Rouge doing. And Baton Rouge always show New Orleans a lot of love, bro. Like Boosie always gave New Orleans love when he say my album play forever like 400 by La Juvia. I cut your throat, take your heart. That's that Soldier Slim talk. I got some Reeboks on my feet straight from New Orleans. So they always show love. So right now, Baton Rouge doing their thing, and I like what they're doing or whatever.
And I'm gonna ask you, like I asked Cali O'Var, man, why these niggas are right up the street? These niggas like it's like going from Dallas to Fort Worth.
Shout out Cali O'Var too.
Why don't they do music together, bro?
Well, why is not a lot of music being made?
Yeah,
I mean, B-Lo and Juvenile and Boosie did songs. I know BG and Boosie and like I said, Boosie did stuff with a lot of artists. He did stuff with UNLV, but it's not as many as we would like, especially in this era neither,
right,
or whatever. I know a lot of times in New Orleans, a lot of people in New Orleans love a lot of East Coast shit. Right. Like Dipset was really big in New Orleans. Rockefeller was really big in New Orleans. State Prop, all that shit. So that's what they, Fab, Jadakiss, they really be on that, a lot of that shit hard. And I think that's probably what stop our Southern connection a lot, even though it's like 45 or 50 minutes away. It's like it's a whole different vibe. You know, they got the jigs like where G from and the 318. So I think those 50 minutes make a difference and all that, but I would like to see us make more stuff because a lot of dudes from Baton Rouge do fuck with the artists that came from where I'm from. You know, they love Soulja Slim, they love the Hot Boys, they love Lil Wayne and shit like that, and they love Baby and P and them. So, you know, and they always give us our flowers. So I feel like it's only right for us to do that because it looked better for the state, it looked better for the South, and Pimp C was all about us being one and this just make a better pot of gumbo. I would like to see more of it, and that's why I fuck with Q-Red, and like I said, this is one of my best friends, and he a blogger from the 318. So we be doing shit and trying to bridge together and trying to get an understanding on both sides. So I feel like I would like to see not more just New Orleans, but just more artists throughout the South. In Louisiana, do it Green Eyes from Shreveport. I be talking to him a lot and shit like that. I know him and YD the Ill is supposed to do something together. Like I said, I fuck with Q-Red, Mouse, Shopping with Ken. A lot of those dudes produced from Baton Rouge and stuff like that, you know. So Mob Guy, yeah, Mob Guy. All them dudes. We went to the studio, interviewed J Merck when he first came home. We went to Mob Guy studio with him and did it. And I was in Plaquemine, Louisiana. So them dudes always been, you know, reaching out to us and shit like that. So I fuck with them.
Now, I want you just, you know, because just listening to you, you know, your interview, man, I could tell you like you sharp. You know what I'm saying? And I could tell you do your history, just the way you broke down the Tupac, you know, when you were talking about the Tupac situation, right? In Charleston. I want you to give me like 5 people from New Orleans specifically, just that is probably the biggest influence that is in the city that people don't really know about. We know about the Cash Moneys.
Right.
But it's, you know how it is. It's like Dallas, there's niggas that really influenced the scene that niggas probably on the outside don't really know about.
They never know about, yeah.
Who do you feel like didn't ever get the flowers they really deserve, but really put on?
Right.
There?
Well, definitely Partners in Crime. Partners in Crime, Misdemeanor and Can't Go Slim. They was on Big Boy Records. That's the same label that was kind of rivaling Cash Money back in the day. So that's a group that was like our UGK, or our 8-Ball MJG, Outkast. That was Partners in Crime. They made Pump the Party. They was dope. I feel like UNLV, they rival group that they was going at, they didn't really get that real shine, and they had wound up, you know, they parted ways with Cash Money, and that's when Baby fully focused on the Hot Boys when he put that group together. But that's some unsung heroes that y'all probably don't know about. DJ Jubilee, and then, like I said, this is my 5. It's so many of them, but I'm not gonna be able to name everybody. But I gotta say, like I said, Partners in Crime, UNLV, DJ Jubilee, everybody dancing. Block parties everywhere. He a part of everybody's childhood. We love him forever. He been a great coach. He had been a pillar of the community. So DJ Jubilee at the St. Thomas Project was really, really important. Somebody like a female rapper that people probably don't know about, but that was really important. Cheeky Black from Out the Night War. Cheeky Black, the reason why people say twerk, baby twerk, you know, was because of Cheeky Black or whatever. She said in 1994, you know, and Ying Yang Twist, all of them, that's a whole nother story with them or whatever. But Cheeky Black, you know, people know about Magnolia Shorty too because Drake sampled her, but a lot of people don't know about Cheeky Black. So Cheeky Black was from Out the Night War. And last but not least, who I would have to say that's really important, and both of them together, TT Tucker and DJ Earl, because that was the two that did the Trigger Man and like kind of did that where you at, and they really blew it up. So I would say like DJ Irvin and Tucker, because they was like together pretty much. Cheeky Black, UNLV, Jubilee, and Partners in Crime. 5 that was really important that the world really never got a chance to truly see them blossom. I just want to give them their flowers and they deserve it.
Bro, that's what's up, because you put me on, because I ain't never heard nobody name that you a real live historian about this shit. So are you, like, when it comes to, is it just you really paid attention to a lot of shit you read? How do you know so much about the city?
Well, my big brother used to, like, we used to stay in the 7th Ward too. So I grew up between New Orleans East on Tyrant Lane and parts to the east, and I grew up in the 7th Ward. So they used to have a record store on Paris Avenue in the 7th Ward, not too far from the St. Bernard Project, called Gimmick Records. Dudes used to get their Pyrex glasses and they shit the baking soda when they had to do what they had to do in the kitchen, but at the same time they'll be listening to tapes. So I'll be hearing them bump Partners in Crime, Everlasting Hitman, Feel Feel, UNLV, or even shit from like Spice One, Too Short, UNLV, I said UNLV, like just stuff like that. So me hearing stuff in the city, plus me hearing stuff out of town, I was able to do that because my big brother, he was 7 years older than me. So me listening to a lot of his music, that gave me the knowledge, and then I still was a student of it. So I'm reading the magazines and stuff. I'm looking at the back of the credits and seeing shit. So, and our city was like a hotbed. The world just ain't know yet. Yeah. We knew the Hot Boys especially. We used to fight over them CDs. We used to steal them CDs out the store, and just so happened we got a chance to share that with the world. But we knew New Orleans had some special gumbo cooking. It's just the world just ain't know about it yet.
How did, man, y'all, it's like he said, man, he feels like New Orleans is a really small market, yet y'all are blowing some of the biggest artists.
Right.
Louisiana in general.
Louisiana, yeah.
How were y'all able to do that?
I just think because the music's so real. I mean, we come from a post city that's really, a post state that's really violent. It's in the South, it's hot, and I think anywhere where you got a lot of poverty, like not a lot of opportunities. And then our city we had a lot of heroin out there too. I know a lot of people were seeing when Turk and BG were talking about, like BG said 13 or 14, he was saying straight up dope fiend because he was on a song called A Bag of Furrow. Like UGK had Pocket Full of Stones. UNLV had a song called Furrow, and they was talking about that, like BG said, jacking for that silver pack. So when you got dudes young like that on a hard drug like that at 13, because I got one of my good friends from Baltimore, and they got a lot of heroin in Baltimore, but he like, you ain't gonna see nobody 13, 14, on no heroin, on no smack. But I'm like, in New Orleans, that shit was normal. So when you got that, you got more robbing, you got more killing, it's more money being made, so it's more violent. So our city's so violent because of that. So you bring that into with all these fucking guns floating around, it's gonna be a lot of that. And then at the time they had people going to jail on murder charges for like 60 days. And if the DA couldn't pick it up, they was out. So it was called a misdemeanor murder. So you had all this shit going on. And I think that's what made it so violent. But I think that out of all that, you get some of these great rappers because they coming from these real stories and the shit real and is in the music. So that's why you heard BG them talk about shit like that, and Soulja Slim and all that. And I also think it's just hard to duplicate y'all sound because a lot of y'all sound is the way y'all speak. Right. It's y'all accent. It's like a Baltimore. Like you can't. It's hard to duplicate that. Yeah, you saying YouTube and all that. Yeah. I think that like when we say like with the what's happening. All these different things could mean different things. Like what's happening, bitch, could mean like what's happening, bitch, like I'm about to fuck you up. Or it could be like what's happening, bitch, like what y'all on or whatever. Because I know my cousin in the feds would be like, dudes would be hearing them sit in DC and other places, be like, man, don't call me no bitch. But in New Orleans, that's how we talk. Like on baller blocking, baby say, what's happening, bitch? How much you want for that? You get the watch from Turk. Turk said, I jacked the nigga out. This said Whispers last night. He like, what you want for this? How much you want? That's how we talk. It's not us being, but to other people, it might seem disrespectful, but that's just how we talk. It just means different things. Our words can mean so many different things. Right. So now, one of the things about the Birdman interview, right, is the whole Turk thing. We interviewed Turk. Right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Turk. And his philosophy is telling the truth ain't hating. Right. Where do you stand on that? If you tell the truth, if some shit happened, right, and you tell the truth on a podcast, right, it can sound like hate. Right. But is it hate? Well, I know some things people say better left unsaid. Right. Too. And then, like I said, but I think that's why what I got from Stunner when he said a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say, but whatever you said, nigga, stand on what you said. So I guess how he's saying, like, Baby probably watch the same shit we watch. Y'all stuff, Drink Champs and all that, all these other things, and seeing certain things that he said and was like, felt a certain way. And it felt like, all right, cool, you can say what you want, because everybody have a right to say what they want to say. But the other person have a right to feel how they want to feel. And I think that's just what it boiled down to. Now, I didn't start that company. Baby and Slim started it. That's how they feel. And however they feel, I hope they figured out. and work it out or whatever. But baby say, you know, I'm standing on business and I'm standing on how I feel because niggas felt how they felt and I'm gonna feel how I feel. But I feel like you said to you in this point, telling the truth, ain't hating, but like I said, I think some things me better left unsaid or whatever. I'm not gonna just say everything, even if it might do be some truth to it. And I don't know if it is or not or whatever, but I don't know. I just feel like some things could get you in trouble when you say certain things, whatever, and people might feel a certain way about it.
Now, I'm gonna ask you a hypothetical question, right? Let's say a young lady, she come and she try to put some wild shit on you, man. Hey, that nigga slapped me the fuck up, and change the plans, post it.
And change the plan.
Your man's posted, and that bitch do numbers, nigga. That bitch had 4.5 million. So he can't take it down because his shit going up because of the shit.
Right. I mean,
how would you handle that scenario, bro? Because this is where it gets a little tricky, right? In the industry, in the business, where people have a philosophy, and I asked your philosophy, right? You might get cool with an artist, nigga, and some flagrant shit happens, his chain gets snatched, whatever.
Right.
And you, as the nigga putting out the news, got to put out the news,
right?
Or otherwise you look biased.
Right.
So where do you stand?
I feel like you're right, because I know Sean Cotton said that like when stuff happened, when Spot'em got him, and they said he had the snitching allegation, he had to put the paperwork out that the dude said he had the show when he went to jail and all that. So I think, yeah, you're right. If you do look like, you know, you don't tell the truth, you're gonna look like you biased, whatever and all that. So like I said, if something happened.
So let's say you really slapped the girl up, man, and you know, you didn't want to get out, but you know, she hit the nigga. She gave him a deal he couldn't refuse. She hit him with like 10 bands to post it. Right. He posted it, go crazy. I mean, I might have a conversation with your man, like, hey, man.
I might be a little disappointed, but in a way, I kind of got respect because I feel like when you sign up for this shit and you jump in front of this camera and you want to be in the spotlight, this fame, this shit come with a price. So you got to know. Now, of course, if it is real and I know it got some truth to it, then I'd be like, at least it ain't not fake. Now, if you putting out something that's a false narrative and you didn't really do no homework or get no like facts to fact check the shit or whatever, then I feel like you're down bad. You're just putting out the first thing just to try to get some motion. Right. But if the shit true, it's true, you know. And a lot of times people want to be famous, but they want to try to control the narrative, and they don't want nobody to post nothing bad. They want you to post all their wins, but when they fuck up, they get, oh man, you down bad for that shit. No, I can't post all the good stuff. This the business. Some shit gonna be good. Sometimes you're gonna score the touchdowns, and sometimes you're gonna have some shit come out about you in the media, and people gonna have, you gotta face the music. Right. But this the price of fame. So I know that going into it, I'm not enough to know. For the people that don't know, they gonna think you being an asshole, man. You jive for doing that shit. But I feel like I know what I signed up for.
Have you ever been in that scenario where it might have been a dude that you really fuck with, but you had to post it just to be unbiased?
Yeah, I'm more than sure. I'm trying to think. I had to post shit. I mean, I remember one time when Jay Black as a rapper, and I fuck with him. We worked together or whatever before we used to work together. And I posted a lot of good stuff with him, but he had an opinion about something, and I posted it, and a lot of people didn't really like the opinion he had about a certain type of some music stuff at the time or whatever. And people kind of got mad at him about it or whatever. But that was his opinion. That's how he felt. And I posted it, and he still understood it. Some of the people didn't. They was kind of like, man, why you posted it or whatever? But he understood it, but I couldn't be biased. And that's how he felt. And that's where he stood at or whatever. And I posted it. So like I said, when it's good stuff with him or whatever, I posted it. And when he had an opinion that wasn't the most popular opinion, I posted it too or whatever and all that. And for the people that didn't agree with him, they didn't agree, but that's what he felt. And that was his opinion.
Damn. So how long after an artist dies should, like, let's say you got some content on them. Should you wait? Should you post it? Because like, I feel like, you know, a lot of people had the same scenario. You know, we had artists out here that passed away tragically. Right. And you'll see people try to hurry up and post, right, to capitalize. Right. And you'll see certain people will just wait or stay away from it. Right. Where do you fall on that? Like, how would you approach that?
I mean, I don't really be like, I don't really be posting. Like, I mean, if it was just news or whatever.
No, I'm just saying, like, you might have had an interview. You shot fire interview. You know what I'm saying? And he died the next day or some shit like that.
I ain't gonna do that. I feel like that's all the way clouded up. If I had it all that time and all of a sudden the man dropped dead, now I won't post it. I won't post all our text messages and all that just to have something that the other people don't have, some exclusive shit. I don't mean me personally, because I see Vlad do a lot of stuff like that all the time. Every time somebody died, he'll have a flashback and he'll come back with it. And like I said, to each his own. But I don't really feel like I'm gonna have some type of integrity about myself. I don't just feel like I'm gonna do it soon as you drop dead. All of a sudden, I'm letting it all out now just so it could go viral, so people can have some traction because it's trending. Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna fuck with that.
He said, I ain't fucking with that.
Nah.
Now, what part of New Orleans got the finest women, man? Go on, give it to me. Yeah,
man, I ain't gonna lie, they all.
What side, bro?
They all over. Listen, like Tucker said, where they. Oh man, dog. To be honest, brother, you could really, they really be all everywhere.
Nigga, what's that?
Dog, they really, cause like back in the day, people might have said the 7 Wall because the girls look more Creole. A lot of people probably would have said the East, but you might find some fine girls in 9 Wall Uptown. That's fine as hell or whatever. So
Lafayette got the best women.
There you go. See,
man.
Stood on it. Lafayette. That's what he said.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's your interview.
No. Lafayette got some beautiful women. They definitely got some beautiful women in the Cajun country and all that. But man, you can really find it as all over, bro. They got beautiful women on the West Bank and all that. Morello, they got some in like LG. I can't really say. It's like not one part of. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, ain't no place. I don't really know where you could be like, all the pretty people just live right here or whatever. I don't know.
This is how niggas talk. Like, bro, that outside boy, that boy had about 10 to 1 in there.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people. Yeah, but see, like a lot of people might have said certain schools that they knew. Cause like a particular girls might have go to school that might be prissy and preppy, and they might say that. But if you just talking about like a certain little section or ward, it's kind of too hard because they got them coming from everywhere or whatever. I don't know.
Let me rephrase it. What club have you went in and you won the most? Like you just walked out and it was going down. You done walked out by 2-3 bounds.
Back in the day, it would have been Rockefeller, Key West back in the day.
There we go.
House of Blues when they used to be having it.
Yeah.
Popping. But see, a lot of people right now be hanging in the strip clubs and stuff like that.
Damn, that's all across. That's just strip club culture that took over, huh?
Yeah, a lot of people been in strip clubs in New Orleans and shit like that. Now I mean, we used to be doing like a lot of times niggas used to holler at our girls at the Decker shop. You know, when they did have that on Crowder, but it was too much killing. So, you know, you used to be able to find some nice at the Decker shop on Sundays, but you know, that was the spots though. And I'd probably say that you probably got lucky at.
How much money is too much money to spend in the strip club, bro? You ever just been in there one night and was going too crazy, bro, and like your partner had to like, come on, bro, you got to cheat.
Yeah. If it go up to probably about 10, niggas might start thinking they BMF. They might wake up the next day and be like, man, I was tripping that, but why y'all ain't stop me, man? I was going too hard. So yeah, probably when they probably get over 10, they might feel like, man, y'all should have stopped me. I was going too hard in this bitch. I was feeling the music, the alcohol was flowing, the pills was kicking in, the killing bust. So they probably feel like, man, try to catch me if I go that hard.
Now, what's the strategy when you go in there? See, me, I don't go for the real bad one because I feel like they ain't going. I got to go for the medium.
So you go for that because you're trying to have a happy ending after?
No, not happy ending. I'm just saying they gonna work harder. Like they gonna go harder. Like they ain't just gonna give you the lazy ass dance.
Right.
Like what's your strategy?
I think you're right. I think when you do go to most clubs, you go to getting drinks.
If she on the fly or the billboard, no.
What you go, you get you some drinks first, or y'all probably get some bottles in y'all section, and you get some money. Yeah. Once they go to seeing the money, you're gonna start seeing people gonna start coming, and they're gonna try to work for that money or whatever. So I feel like you gotta really, once they see that who over there, all them dudes gonna be the tippers and all these dudes that look like they got it, they're gonna start coming over, they're gonna get motivated, they're gonna get on it, they're gonna put their A game on. For sure. They're gonna come in and they're gonna start doing some extra moves that they probably was holding back. But since they see y'all over there and y'all look like y'all about to cut up, and y'all got them bottles and shit like that, and y'all feeling like BMF tonight, they're gonna start making it do what it do. For real.
Now, you been seeing like the bottle war shit, niggas just pouring the whole bottle on the ground. What you think about that? When niggas is buying bottles and they just wasting that bitch on the ground.
And it ain't no rest in peace shit?
Nothing. They just they bottle challenge niggas. I'm gonna down the bottle. The section over there, they finna down the bottle. We just finna see how many.
Section, right. In the section over there, you probably be like, man, I'm about to get 10 bottles. I'm about to pour them bitches on the ground.
Oh, it's just to say who got the more money. Yeah. Man, that's crazy. I mean, that's for somebody's ego. So if they doing it, I guess it's on some ego shit. Like we gonna just show that we flossing and we got more than y'all. So we got money to really pretty much waste. So I think that's what it's just showing. It's on some ego shit. And it's just like we got more money than y'all. We gonna shit on y'all. We buying more bottles and this shit don't mean none of us because we gonna put this shit on the ground. We don't even gotta drink this shit.
Black people gonna find some creative way to waste some money, boy.
Right.
They go find some crazy ways, boy. Now, keep it real. How many hey big head texts did you get when you hit TMZ?
You talking about everybody want to show you love?
Yeah.
Shit, a lot of people.
The old girls from the past trying to get back in there. Hey.
Old people from high school, old girlfriends from old girls from middle school hitting you up. I seen you doing your thing and all. And then I was in the newspaper too. So some of them saw it in the newspaper in NOLA.com. Right. They saw it. So yeah, the TMZ, the newspaper shit and all that. You don't know what's stunning and all that shit like that. So yeah, a lot of people went to hitting up more because they feel like you this close to it. So like you said, a lot of people coming out the woodworks, long lost cousins and shit like that, come find you and everything. So yeah, it be like that sometimes, bro. It definitely be like that. And that's crazy, but a lot of people do that when they see the progress and they see you working. Just like when they see me out of town. I ain't in the city. Damn, he in Dallas. He in Houston yesterday. You know, he might be in Atlanta this week. He might be in Miami, moving and all that. So when people go to seeing that and shit progress, they gonna start coming out of the woodwork and everybody want to get more close to you because they feel like they don't want to miss that plane, like Wiz Khalifa said. Yeah.
So now, man, you are, newly A&R, you know what I'm saying? So you're doing your thing. What advice would you give to the artists, man, who are out here making music? What are these labels looking for when it comes to music and standing out?
I would say what I be looking for and what I think artists and labels should look for is originality, not just chase the algorithms and the numbers and all that. Chase authenticity. Like I said, like Soulja Slim said, first thing be original. You get your own style, nigga, feel you more. Trying to come up with your own sound, your own identity. That's gonna help you kind of stand out because I feel like that's what made a lot of people stand out. That's what made Cash Money stand out. That's what made Outkast stand out and the Jackson 5, going back to them. So I feel like that mean a lot, the sound, try to find out how to grow your fan base and your audience, knowing how important the story is. Because sometimes people don't want to probably hear about your whole album on the interview. They want to know your story, where you from, what's your opinions and all that, so they can kind of see your view and where you sit in the world, so they kind of probably could fall in love with your personality. That might make them want to go down that rabbit hole of your music. So I think that's why 50 Cent was doing documentaries, G's and them did documentaries, Boosie did the DVD, oh man, my hand hurt from counting all this money. Even back then, we saw Boosie personality, just like we see it today. But back then he showed us that even though we loved the music. So for the people that probably didn't know a lot about Boosie, they got a lot to learn about him through the DVD. So I feel like when Pimp C did it with Pimpilation, so I feel like artists should really understand the importance of a great story, understand how to do a lot of videos. Sometimes you might not have to worry about doing a whole album. Just do videos and songs, stay in their face. Use good quality engineers because the engineer sometimes is more important than the song and the artist. A great engineer can make you sound good, Baby told me that, and Wayne know that, and Tupac know that. That's why Pac used to be like, man, we're gonna just drop these vocals and we're gonna let the engineer do his thing, and we good. So the song is important, bro. Understanding your market and loving what you do and coming up with a look that make you look different from other people too, like your style, the way you dress. Boys to Men looked different from Jodeci. Jodeci was like more rugged hip hop. They had all black on, boots, hats to the back. Jodeci wore blazers. They was more clean cut. So you got to know Whitney Houston was different from Mary J. Blige. She wore tennis skirts and baseball caps. So I think all those things mean a lot, when artists trying to figure out what A&Rs and record labels might like that, might set them apart from the pack.
That's what's up, bro. Because I feel like people need to hear that, man. I feel like a lot of artists, bro, they want to put forth no money when it comes to they'll put out music or they'll rap over beat, but they don't actually put any money into themselves to make themselves stand out. As you being an A&R,
right?
Is there a possibility that you would find somebody that is super raw, probably ain't really have it when it comes to budget, but if the talent is there, is that a thing, or is it now you have to have a certain level of popularity?
You can still always find a diamond in the rough like DMX. I mean, he didn't have a lot of money. He was walking through the streets of Yonkers, and dudes like Y and D, y'all need to check this dude out. He got it. He giving me goosebumps. Y'all talking about y'all looking for a rapper. You can still find a diamond in the rough on the internet. You might find a great singer. Like Baby and found Jacquees. You could hear him singing and be like seeing him covering other people's records and be like, he could sing. He could hit those notes. You could still see a raw rapper and know that this one got talent. So all the time it ain't always about the money, because you can't buy your way in this game neither. Right. I mean, Blue Da Vinci seen that with Big Meats. Jeezy took off and Blue Da Vinci, just never resonated with the people and all that. Gucci came up from the bottom and all that, and he bet on himself. So you got to bet on yourself, and money is good because money can accelerate things. But just because the shit could be trash and you could put money on it, that don't mean it's gonna go nowhere. So don't think just because you could buy your way in the game, the shit gotta still resonate with people. But you still can find diamonds in the rough. I still feel like you could go somewhere in a nightclub and hear a great singer and be like, she the one. Now, if you want to invest in them and take time to develop them, that's another thing. Nobody want to take the time to develop nothing. They want it right now. So if you do got somebody that's gonna ride with you and build over the years till you get your look and your sound and develop it, then that's a beautiful thing. But a lot of people don't want to do that. They want something right now. And that's the thing that the labels make the artists feel like, man, they ain't gonna fuck with me if I ain't got 100,000 followers already. I ain't got this many views on YouTube. You can see the talent there if you really got an eye for it and the ear for it, to me.
Is there a path right now in New Orleans for success? Like back in the day in Dallas, right? Boys used to go get a Sean on the beat.
Right.
Go hit Half Pint Films for the video and put it out, and it seemed like niggas was popping.
Right.
Is there a scenario in New Orleans where there's a particular producer that people are going to, a videographer that people are going to get the quality? Right. Or even a studio to go record that shit at. Right. For you, like who do you see is like really putting out the quality in New Orleans right now for people to blow? I know, like, all right, I'll take even what Treaty did when you talk about like that. She had a song that she did with Black and Mild. Yeah. And the beat was fire. Black and Mild made the beat. He done stuff for Freed. He done stuff with Drake and all that stuff like that. Black and Mild been around a long time. So he got a dope studio and his sound is really good. Then you get an artist like Treaty coming with the New Orleans sound, and then you get the director, Frankie. Frankie gave you that visual that was so good. He do a lot of stuff with Ride 492. The quality is really there. It looked like when I saw for the first time in the Magnolia Project, a dog eating the luncheon meat, the kids playing basketball, the old people sitting on the sofa. He brought you there, but the quality was there. Right. Just like I remember back in the day, David G out of Baton Rouge, when all them dudes used to do some stuff with Gus, Q-Red, or Shop on Ken or whatever. They had a lot of good producers in Baton Rouge, and then they'll go and do a video with David G, and then the shit'll just take off. Right. In Baton Rouge. I don't know if everybody got the means and the budget to probably pay Frankie, and they might have other directors under them too. But I feel like you're right. It is all about the quality of the producer, and there's a lot of other producers out there too. But that's the one that came to mind, Black and Mild, because he really doing it, and he definitely deserves his flowers. He's been doing it for a long time. And like I said, as a director, seeing the type of cameras y'all got, Frankie got shit like that, and he understand the quality, and he understand the B-roll shots that give you the second line, the kids dancing with the shoes on a Sunday. He bring you there. I think a lot of times videographers, they might catch, because they didn't see so much of this drill stuff with everybody with guns and just jumping around like Chief Keatum in a house or a bando, to where nobody don't really have a storyboard or a real storyline. Right. And I feel like that's what's missing. Right. Everybody just so busy, let's just go make some song, dissing somebody, let's go to the corner store and go to the corner store and do that and turn up, put some Pooh Shiesty mask on, and that's it. Right. And everybody doing it, so it's nothing disruptive, it's nothing unique about that. Right. And I feel like, but here's the other flip side to it, right? We're always looking for the good talent, but it's not even the good talent that's blowing right now. Right. So you as an A&R, how do you even make a decision as to this nigga might be trash, but he might go? So right. How do you even? And that's where it hurt for me at. That's why when you asked me that question earlier, it was holding me to think of something, because I really love this shit. My daddy was a singer. I grew up watching Video Soul. I grew up watching fucking Soul Train and Apollo. So my daddy played all these soul songs, so I love music. And my brother, like I told you, did it. So I care about it that much. So when people's stuff really ain't that good, I can't just be like, I'm gonna fuck with some gimmick shit just cause it's a gimmick. I don't really care for the gimmick shit. I don't really want to put my name to that shit. Not saying it ain't gonna go, because they got some people like, I don't give a fuck if it's trans and making money, we gonna fuck with it or whatever. It's a bag or whatever. But I'm just not like that. Some people be like, they'll do anything for the money. Right. I feel like, I'm gonna take my time, it's gonna come. Maybe this ain't the artist for me or whatever. Right. And that's why I like, all right, and I love Jermaine Dupri, but some people might have looked at Criss Cross at the time like a bubblegum type group or whatever. Right. But then, come later, you get an Outkast or whatever coming out of Atlanta, and their stuff was like, it wasn't like Criss Cross, but Atlanta resonated more with Outkast and Goody Mob than it did with Jermaine Dupri group, Criss Cross. So I feel like I'd rather have that type of, and I feel like it's gonna last longer and it's gonna mean more to the city. Criss Cross don't mean as much to Atlanta to me as an Outkast and a Goody Mob and just the whole organized noise with Dungeon Family. Yeah. So all right, now that like you said, you love this music shit, so I'm gonna ask your opinion on a couple projects. That new Drake project, man. Okay. Honest opinion.
The new Drake one?
The new Drake
I mean,
project.
he got a lot of artists on there, and he trying to bring a lot of new sounds in and stuff like that, because Drake always trying to be at the forefront and feel like he in tune with what's going on. A lot of people feel like, oh man, I don't like Drake because he trying to stay too tapped in with the young generation, but I feel like that's what kept Drake fresh. I feel like being able to be in tune with what's going on in the now, Drake, that's what kept him relevant. That's why I feel like a lot of other people like dinosaurs, and he's still in era, still winning because he was able to do that or whatever. So I feel like I like what he's doing, and I feel like it's needed because Drake stay in tune with the younger generation and all that.
If you were to A&R a song for Drake, who would be the producer? Who would be if there's a feature, who would be the feature and who would shoot the video?
Who would be the producer? Who would shoot the video? If I could get, and see, I don't know too many videographers, but if I did one with the guy from my city, I would have chose to do Frankie. If I could have did a producer that I picked from right now or from the past or any era.
Don't matter.
If I could have got any era from any era, damn, that to kind of match.
I'm trying to figure out what song has Drake not made that you would make, basically.
Right. Well, if I did something with him, I probably would like to see him with I probably would want to see what him and Timbaland probably would sound like. Cause I love Timbaland sound and all that shit like that. The way he did stuff for Missy, the way he did stuff for Genuine, Aaliyah, Timbaland's sound is just crazy. And I love Mad and Fresh. I know people gonna be like, well, I didn't say Fresh, but honest opinion is like Timbaland, man, sonically that shit just used to just sound like crazy. So I just think Timbaland and Drake, that would have been a dope record to me.
Yeah, that's what's up. Offset's project. Have you had a chance to listen to it?
No, I ain't got a chance to listen. And this the thing about blogging sometimes too, because like I said, when you be blogging so much, you get so much shit, it'd be hard for you to just listen to something. Sometimes nigga gotta just listen to jazz and shit, and he might know that just to kind of decompress.
Yeah.
Because you get so much rap and so many albums and so many artists in your stuff, and so much, it's like you have an overload of shit. Right. It'd be hard to just enjoy shit, and it come at you so quick. Because every day, hundreds of thousands of songs getting uploaded to the internet.
Yeah.
And you gotta keep up with the shit. So it'd be hard to just enjoy it, and then it's over with. So you might listen to it this week, and then, back in the day, we could live with an album for a few months. Cause one album Jay-Z might drop one album a year, a pop.
Right.
Now they got so many coming out, it's like you get bombarded. So I didn't.
So how does an artist who's trying to either get promo or catch your attention, how did they do something to stand out for you?
DM me, and like I said, sometimes they might, say, well, look, man, how much you'll charge to post this or whatever and stuff like, cause a lot of times people be saying, I'm the hottest. If I had $1 for every time I heard that, man, fuck with me, I ain't gonna be like other artists. Everybody say that, man, if I had $1 for every time I heard that, I'd be rich. Everybody be acting like they gonna keep it real with you and they gonna do this and all that stuff like that. I'm gonna be so different from other people that you might know or whatever happened or whatever. So I would say come at somebody real and be like, man, look, this is what I'm doing. Right. How much you'll charge me to post this, whatever. And then they might build a relationship with you like that or whatever. And then you might, because they see your value, because they want you to see their value. So they come at you respectfully and say, man, I see what you're doing. I'm going to give you some play. And then you might give me some play. Just like if you had a restaurant, Jeff, I'm going to come to your restaurant and be like, man, look, this is your spot. I don't want you to do nothing free. I'm going to come patronize your business, come eat over there. And then next time you might be like, man, that's my boy. I'm gonna give him a free drink on me or dessert on me or something. I ain't asking you for that, but you might just do it out the kindness of your heart because I'm showing love to you. A lot of time people don't understand how relationships go both ways. And I think people do more when they feel like they're getting something out of it.
What's the craziest somebody ever came at you when it came to either you giving an opinion or you telling them your price? You know how you
I definitely got one. I already got one already, and I'm not gonna even say the person's name, but they like, man, you fucking with Birdman and Sean Cotton, you ain't doing nothing for the city, you a disgrace to the city, you ain't. I'm like, dog, I'm one person. I'm a disgrace to the city. You Jay Merck in jail because of you and all that. Jay Merck in jail because of you. I'm like, how Merck in jail?
What happened?
Well, Jay Merck, an artist that I'm working with, he in jail right now fighting the charge, but he was a guy I met through BTY Youngin. And he was bubbling hot for like 7 months. He was going up. He had an interview that he did with Video One. I know y'all know about Red Report. He had he got 500,000 views on the interview he did with Red Report. So his story out there, a lot of people like him. But he in jail. He on a parole violation. He in Cotton Pool right now. But he gonna be home soon. We working on some things, whatever. But
why they put that on you though?
But that's what I'm saying. This man a grown man. He's saying it's your fault, Merck in jail. I'm like, what the hell that got to do with me? It's a grown man. Then he gonna say, you fucking with Stunner. You ain't doing nothing for nobody. What you done for the city and all. And I'm like, dog, I didn't pick myself up and made a way out of nothing and trying to make a way even out here. Spending money, doing interviews, paying for hotels, food, all that to get out the city, and niggas always feel like you ain't doing enough. How is that my fault? How nigga feel like I supposed to give Sean Cotton number to everybody? That's like them saying, man, just give me Jeff Porter, just do it with me. You gotta build that shit or whatever. And it could probably happen being through the circle, but it's the way you do the shit. And a lot of times niggas will burn bridges before they can even use them because they came at you wrong.
Right.
I don't owe you nothing, dude. Like, I work for this shit. I read books. I'm on a fucking plane reading Rich Paul books right now. I had to pay for that book. And every book I got in my house, I had to pay for it. Nobody didn't give me this information. I had to go find the information because I wanted it. But people feel like they entitled to your shit and feel like you just supposed to give it to them. Same thing with this dude. He on this shit busting his ass. Same this dude busts his ass every day, a hell of a day, and he doing the music stuff with me. He was in Miami when I met Stunner. And he know I bought damn the project niggas from different hoods that traditionally probably didn't even see eye to eye. Yeah. In one room. And from Baby, and this man Baby from Uptown. A lot of these dudes are from downtown. And some was from out the East. But I did that, and a lot of those dudes appreciate it. So for that guy to say what he said to me, that was fucked up, but it is what it is. But a lot of people do appreciate what I do. So on a lighter note, there is a lot of people that do appreciate what I do, Jeff, and all that. And I appreciate y'all for even allowing me to come on y'all platform, Real Life Street Talk, because I've been a fan of y'all and what y'all doing in Texas. And a lot of y'all do, from, like I said, from Sean to Terry Blue to Big D, Media Mogul, to Boss Talk. There's a lot of y'all. You know, I appreciate everything y'all do, opening y'all arms to help us in Louisiana have another bridge, another outlet or whatever. So, man, that shit really means a lot. I just think
it's a smart play in general to link with niggas in different cities. Because it's like, that's how you build that crazy network, right?
Right.
If I can, let's just say you had somebody in New Orleans that was bubbling, you'd be like, hey, man, that's not Jeff, this nigga hard.
Right.
And he's hard, guess what? We're going to post him.
Right.
Because at some point, people got to understand, at the end of the day, it's still a business.
Right.
So if the numbers go up, niggas are gonna post you, bro.
Exactly.
That's just how it works.
Right.
You know
Pay get popping. Like Sean used to say, I used to love that. He said, if you popping, everybody gonna post you. They gonna grab the news, shade room, academics, everybody. If you want pop and you want to bet on yourself, believe in yourself. Bet on yourself. Put the chips on yourself. So if you believe in it, you know you could do it. Changing plans or another blog or something, and if the shit good, it's gonna go. And everybody, and then he might be like, damn, they fucking with this shit.
Man, bro, just LLC it, bro. Pay, hey, this is an expense at the end of the day. Write that shit off.
You gotta bet on yourself. You got to, bro. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people.
They ain't got that. Yeah, because
they don't understand that it's still a music business, and they gotta understand how important that is. And like I said, if you believe in yourself, bro, you're gonna bet on yourself. Jeff Bezos did it. Sam Walton did it. Tyler Perry did it, even when he was doing plays and it wasn't working out and he had to sleep back in his car. But he worked $2 billion now.
Facts.
So it paid off for him. So you got to just bet on yourself, dog. I'm always bet on myself.
Facts. Joe Budden had an interesting take. He was saying, man, are we getting to the point where we can't even criticize music no more? What is your take on that?
I feel like everybody should still be able to have their barbershop talk. You know, now if it gets super disrespectful and all, that's one thing. But if you say I don't like it, you know, but some people take when you be like, man, that shit trash.
You can literally tell a nigga, hey man, I just think you need to mix it better. Nigga, come at you crazy.
Now that's crazy right there. That's simple.
Really
now if you tell somebody, man, that shit water, that shit trash. Sometimes I think it's the way you say it. It can be harsh. And I think that people do because that's their art. And they took their heart and they think they putting their all into it and it just ain't there. And you gotta just tell them, bro, that ain't it, bro. You gotta go back. But I know some people like, man, fuck they feelings and you gotta give it to them raw and uncut. Some people don't have that tough skin. Some people on the internet are very emotional. They really feel like if you saying something, they won't hurt themselves. They feel like nobody don't love my music. I'm gonna hurt myself or take my life. So some people are really, really, really sensitive when it comes to their music. But I feel like Joe Budden and other people should have the right to say that they don't like something that just ain't for them. But I think the way they say it, just like how Joe Budden was like, they don't think Cash Money, Master P deserve no movie about him. But y'all gonna do something about Wu-Tang Clan? They could get a movie about him, but you don't think No Limit or Cash Money deserve a movie? Like, that's crazy. But that's his opinion, but that's that East Coast bias. And that's another story though.
How do you feel about like the gangsters, nigga? We got gangsters online now really telling their side of the story. Like you got Terrence Gangster Williams telling you what happened about, and then you got the other side telling you their side. Do you like that? Me personally, I like it because it's like, oh, we get to hear the stories, you know, and then, you know how that go. But from your perspective, right? Because a lot of it, like you said, the Ray Report, they do a great job of capturing, you know, New Orleans and all, you know, y'all whole thing. Do you like seeing people reopen some of these mythical? You know, because for us, right, you hear the name Hot Boys, and you heard, you know, it's all a myth, and now you're actually hearing from the people that it was about.
Behind the names,
you know, it kind of takes it away, you know, a little bit.
Right. That, before the music, like I said, a lot of dudes that probably wasn't from the Magnolia, from that area, they probably didn't know how Gangster look. You know, they heard BG, gotta keep it real, gotta holler at Gangster, hot boy, hard to kill, when he said that 96 on Chopper City. But seeing them talk about it now, it is different. Now, I know some people might feel like they might be opening up old wounds, and they might start old walls back up or whatever, but I hear people from all sides doing it. I feel like everybody doing it now. So, I mean, long as it's probably not gonna send nobody to prison, then, you know, tell your story because it's your story. Everybody tell their old stories about what they did and they past and they former life, but now if it's gonna be at the expense of somebody getting locked up, then I feel like that's where you gotta draw the line. But I feel like everybody doing it in Chicago, they're doing it in LA, they're doing it in DC, New York, so why people from New Orleans can't tell their story? Because New Orleans is a gangster place. And everybody is infatuated with New Orleans, even what they're doing in Baton Rouge. Hearing people talk about Ivy and Nussy and Boosie and just so many other people that come from their city, Pig and all them low. So I think that all these places have interesting stories and everybody want to know because they heard the music. Now they want to really know the background behind these stories or whatever. So I think it is dope. Long as you, like you said, because when we hear No Limit people talk about their stories about the streets and the music, it's cool. Long as niggas ain't going to jail behind what you're saying, I feel like, you know, it could be cool. So people love New Orleans.
Who is the one story you haven't heard yet that you want to hear from?
One story I didn't hear. You talking about like in New Orleans and music?
Just anybody. Like, you know, like I said, you hear all these stories, like, you know, and you hear these, you know, the mythological creatures type shit, and then it's like, we want to hear what the story was for real.
I really be wishing I could hear like Jay-Z tell his own story a lot in his own words. I feel like Jay don't do that. I mean, we hear other people talk about his story, and Jay-Z my favorite rapper, him and Tupac, but we don't get enough of
100 bricks.
Jay-Z.
He lost 100 bricks.
Oh yeah. Niggas still be like, hold up, man.
The plug is on your ass, boy.
Oh yeah, I remember I saw that.
What would you do if you lost 100 bricks?
Yeah, man. That's what he said on Blueprint. I really feel like I would like to hear him tell his story in his own words. I really would like to hear his story, whatever. Cause I know that's like from the beginning all the way to like right now. But we hear a lot of people tell stories about them. I would definitely want to hear something about that or whatever and stuff like that. But
they say hip hop sales down 40%.
You say, yeah, I know.
That's what Juicy J says.
Yeah, and I know Afro beats been killing it right now. Yep. You know, and I think that's because, like I said, it ain't a lot of people ain't really doing nothing that's groundbreaking and disruptive. Right. I feel like anytime you get something like, I remember when DMX came out in 90, Birdman had 2 multi-platinum albums in the same year, and that shit was disruptive. And at the time, Puffin was dancing around New York, him and Mace, with shiny suits in Times Square, and then DMX came with something that people could feel, and it was disruptive, and it shook the game up. And it made everybody excited about hip-hop again. Same thing when 50 Cent came back. It was fun, it was exciting, it was disruptive. I feel like anytime something disruptive happened in music and entertainment period, it's gonna always look. Tyler Perry, what he did, what he was doing at the time, that was disruptive. Yeah. So I feel like it's nothing disruptive going on right now, and that's why I feel like Afrobeats kicking ass. Yeah. You know, and that's why Burna Boy and all them doing their thing and all that. But salute to them too.
Hey, yo. So man, again, for those man that's trying to tap in with you, you know, and get on the blog. Hell, both of y'all are here. We got 2 blogs here. You know what I'm saying? Right. How can they tap in to y'all's platform?
Sound like I can find you, G.
Oh, well, the first thing you can do, you can go on.
Oh, you might have to talk to this mic.
All right.
First of all, I want to say I appreciate you guys for letting me sit in here. First of all, shout out to my city, Natchez, Louisiana, 318. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to get on Change of Plans, it's very simple. You can send a DM or you can send an email and say, hey, how much does it cost to get my material posted?
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing you can do.
Yeah.
Easiest thing.
Yeah. And you know all the trash nigga got all the money. So how do you navigate that? All the niggas that is terrible got all the bread, bro. That's the
That what I was.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this too.
You gonna boost it up?
You can say that, but I'm gonna tell you too.
NBA young boy. Y'all niggas know y'all be out.
I'm gonna say though, how I kind of be weeding guys out if they say, how I be weeding guys out if they say they want to get posted. I go to their page. If they page locked,
I hate that private page.
I ain't even. It's locked. That's the first thing. And then they say, hey, how can I get on? I go to your page, and you don't have no music type of related content on your page. I probably ain't even go DM you back because you just playing. Because when you send the message, they go like, I bet, and that's the last you go hear from them. Now, if you go there and you see that he has or she has material on the page, oh yeah, for sure. We can make it happen. But that's the easiest way, by far. How much? That's it. How much? Oh yeah.
And for you,
show me the money. I mean, and what you say? What the question was?
how can people tap into the network if they want to get on your page? You know what I'm saying? Again, to tell them the page again for those that don't know.
Yeah, my Instagram is GDP Speaks. So that's all together. GDP Speaks. And like I said, yeah, DM me. I be checking my DMs all the time. I'm always on my phone. Man, like I said, yeah. You know, ask me about the promo and I'll let you know whatever. And like I said, we could build a relationship from there. And that's the whole thing. It's all about building a relationship. Because like I said, the money shit cool, but you might want to build a relationship and then the money don't even really matter. Because both of us can see each other's value. But like I said, it's about how you come at people. And a lot of people approach be off. So even before they can make the shit right, they fuck it up. Just like I said, like with the dude earlier. He viewed it came at me better because the same dude that I'm talking about, him and my artist got a song together. And I really put that together. Dude showed love on the shit. And then that shit went left, which I wouldn't have thought it was gonna happen like that. But that's why I'm so distant. So it's hard for people to get close to me. I'm an introvert. So I barely even want to fuck with a lot of people. And that's showed me the reason why I'm so distant, because of people like that.
Right. So you just said manager. Tell the people who you managing, man. For those.
Jay Merck. Jay Merck. He got the St. Bernard project. He got a project out right now too, called The Streets Been Missing. He locked up right now in Cottonport, but he be home soon. He did 12 years in Angola. I mean, he did 12 years in prison, 6 in Paris, 6 in Angola. You know, we got parishes in Louisiana. We got 64, I think if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and we number 36. Yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, it's only ideal, whatever. Yeah, everybody got counties and all that. We got parishes though.
Yeah. And then for those, man, that just co-sign a few people from your city, man, or anybody that you work with, anybody that you posted that you feel got real potential to blow.
Right. Junior Montana Dope, fucking Cole Youngin, Ring Gits, is who else? Treaty, Reedy, Viney, Subad, Lil Wildlife, the Iceberg, Cole Youngin, YD the Illest definitely, producers Cam Beamer, D-Day, Cortez on the beat, Michael, like I said earlier, Black and Mild. It's so many other artists. I mean, it be, you know, you always feel like it's always gonna be somebody you kind of forgot because it be so many because you just really name dropping out the head. Yeah. Super Bad, keep doing her thing, whatever. She already doing her thing and all that.
DC Wave for me too.
DC Wave. Name, you might have some too, whatever.
It's all
Yeah. All right. Okay, yeah. So, but there's some of them that I could think of off the head that I could think of. And what would you got? You know any?
You could pass it around if you need.
Yeah, he said YD or whatever.
Yeah, he pretty much said,
YD.
You know, because, you know, like I say.
Jay Arson?
You know, Jay Arson,
and I want to say this right quick too for G said that. Jay Arson was saying when he talking about who need to be on the couch next time, he was saying me and YD the Illest.
Yeah.
So YD.
That's you right here.
No, that's YD. No. Nah, that's his partner. He was out there when we was in Miami or whatever, but YD, a rapper too or whatever. And all that shit.
Yeah. So, but like I was saying though, I mean, he pretty much said what he was gonna say. My story is a totally different story, cause I'm like I say, but this is GDP, and first, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. I appreciate you guys letting us be here, but this guy right here, when it come to management, shoot, what now he about to be 4-0.
Yeah.
Every time he get behind somebody, it's this. It's this. Now free J Merck, man. Yeah. He got a lot of people rooting for him.
Yeah.
And when he get out, he gonna be a problem. For sure.
Thank you. And I want you to say one more thing before we go too. Shout out to some other artists throughout Louisiana.
Yeah. Who do you think?
Oh, for sure, man. I gotta shout out my hometown Nagish again. My partner Jada Way, he going crazy. Of course, man. Shout out to we got this cat named Deuce. He going crazy. Chulo going crazy. Yeah. Shreveport. We got, of course, I'm gonna say Green Eyes 19th Hefe. Oh yeah. Shout out to DJ Woody. Got shout out to DJ Woody. Yeah. He holding it down from Shreveport and Baton Rouge.
Thanks.
Man, it's so many. You know, like you said, it's so many, man.
And I know what'd be crazy part about that? Everybody watch the whole interview and they'll be like, "Oh man, here's such. That's all they care about.
Yeah, but
everything else you say don't even matter. Disregard all that shit you didn't say. My partners, you don't fuck with us.
Yeah. But we got a lot of talent in our city too. like I said, the 318 is just a totally different place when it comes to talent and what we got going on. And man, we here working and making connections so we can bring this together. Like you said, he from 504, I'm 318, and it's always been a disconnect between us. You know, and we here on Real Life Street Stars, man, just talking and sharing stories, man. But like I say, hopefully one day y'all get to hear mine. But right now, this is all about GDP and what he got going on. And I appreciate him, you know, inviting me to come talk to you guys, you know. But man, shout out to the whole Louisiana. This is what it is.
Now, GDP, I'm gonna ask you, like we asked Jay Arson, who do you want to see on this couch?
Jay Arson was right. YD need to be on this couch for sure. I think Black and Mild story definitely need to be on this couch for sure. Super Bad, if she barely do interviews though, but she definitely need to be on the show. And I know you say your lady love her a lot. Who else I would like to see on this couch? Y'all already had Vol. Shout out Vol again though too. Who else? I mean, like I said, even if y'all had people like Partners in Crime, Lil Ya from UNLV and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's one person from UNLV we've been trying to link with.
Probably Lil Ya. Well, Tech about to come home. Tech about to come home Thursday. So you know, Yellow Boy dead, but Tech come home Thursday, and Tech was actually in the same spot where Pimp C was at. I think it's called a terror unit or something like that. He in the same cell and everything. So he be home Thursday. So Lil Ya, Tech 9 should definitely be on.
You get them boys on here.
Yeah.
UNLV.
We gonna work it out. We gonna figure it out.
Partners in Crime too, or whatever. Like you know.
Yeah. Stories need to be heard, man. You know, like I say, no, man. I feel like y'all are cousins, man. Like I said, let's not make this be the last time. You know, we locked in. You know how we do. You know,
we country cousins, man.
Country cousins. I'm gonna actually have you send me some music. I'm gonna check it out for real. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna see what it do. And we gonna work on getting some of these people on the couch.
Yeah,
your story definitely be told. You feel me? And we gonna get over. You know.
Yeah, like Stunner told Diddy in the tunnel in New York. He said, "Man, let me get some of this camera, man."
For sure. Hey, you know this is the best part, man.
Yeah.
You are a real life freak.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.